Good morning, welcome to day 3 on the Cumbria way. I'm just getting a coffee on now. There's a good frost on the tent. Me and Dad swapped tents last night to see if it helped with the condensation that's been forming on my sleeping bag, and sadly the answer was no. I thought a bit more ventilation would help, but I've just tried to dry it off, but you can just see the dampness on there. So same routine, try and dry this off as much as possible, have a coffee, have a bit of breakfast, and then we'll be cracking on up into the snow. All our clothes are lovely and warm in the dry room. I'm going to hang the sleeping bag up for a bit, see if we can dry that out. And even the sleeping pad has got a bit of moisture on it. I don't know if it's just something, I never have to deal with this in summer really. I don't know if it's just something in winter, but if you've got any condensation tips, let me know. We'll figure it out at some point, but it's all good fun, adds to the challenge. Luckily it stays nice and dry inside, it's just damp on the outside. So Dad's been using a synthetic sleeping bag with his bivvy bag, and he's had 2 nights without getting wet, so it seems like Dad for the win so far. I mean, it's only took a few minutes for mine to dry out, so it's only a little bit damp.
You're not going to have a drying room though.
But yeah, you always got a drying room. So maybe synthetic bag plus bivvy bag is the way forward. Heavy though.
Yeah, weight wise. You pay 14 sweat.
So we're just hiking through the valley towards Stake Pass, and what a glorious day it is. The pass is just over there, the snow looks very deep, but the bright skies, it's pretty calm down here and it looks unreal. How are you feeling today?
Not too bad, thank you. Good of you to ask. Yeah, good. Well, fairly good sleep. Got a little bit of condensation in the tent, but other than that, yeah, managed to have the dry room, so dried everything off a little bit, and yeah, good to go.
Ready for the snow?
Ready for the snow, Joe.
So this is our way out of the valley, up alongside that gill. Stop for a quick drink break, and now we're going to head up there, see what the conditions are like at the top. It's pretty deep, it's hard work. We're just slowly making our way up. Jeepers. We're nearly at the top of the pass, but it's getting almost impossible. The snow is kind of getting waist deep in places, but I'm just going to keep trying. A couple of jets just flew over there, that was cool. Yes, good.
Taxi.
Taxi jet.
You still got to walk.
That's cracking, there's ice or something under there. It's a bit tricky this. Nice though. Bad news, we cannot get across the top of here. Waist deep, I've just gone in a bog. We can't really tell what the conditions are going to be like further on, and I think we're just putting ourselves and potentially mountain rescue at risk if we carry on. So are you happy with that decision, Dad? Pub. What we're going to do is get back down into Langdale. There is a bus that we can get round, and basically we'll just be able to carry on either this afternoon or tomorrow, and we'll just have to come back and do this Stake Pass bit. We've had a go, but it's ridiculous. Absolutely hate having to go back on myself, but I honestly think that was the right call. So we've got options. We're going to stop here for a nice little break. Such a lovely spot. It's winter hiking. There are some good lessons to learn. One for me is I need some gaiters. Look at that. Dad's got gaiters on, so he's smart. And two, I never thought I'd think it, but I think a pair of snowshoes for conditions like that. We might have been able to walk on top of it if we'd had snowshoes, but there was a point where my arm and stick were in the all the way down into the snow, and that's probably getting on for 2 meters. Enjoy that.
Hard work.
The old Dungeon Gill. We've got a climber's bar here, so. Oh, there's bus timetable. What day is it?
Wednesday.
Okay, what time is it? So it's almost 1. Next one's at 2. So should we get a beer? Go on then.
Good hell.
Cheers, mate. Oh. So we're going to jump on this bus to Ambleside, then get the bus to Keswick. We're going to stay there tonight and make our plan. Have a look at Skiddaw, see if that looks passable for tomorrow. So we've just arrived in Keswick and we're going to stay at the YHA tonight. We've just been looking up at Skiddaw, which looks like it's got even more snow on than Stake Pass, so we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do. YHA, look at that. Behind there is Skiddaw, and we're supposed to sort of pass behind it, and the high route goes up High Pike, but if it's got more snow than Stake Pass, I think we'd really struggle. So this is my room for the night, and look at that, a double bed. The rooms are only about 30 quid each, so we've just booked one each, and then we can sort out all our own stuff without getting everything tangled up, and don't have to listen to any snoring. But look at this from the view. Oh, beautiful. Look at the sky over there. So we're going to sort our stuff out, and then we're going to go for some food and decide how we want to play the rest of it. There's still 2 days of walking left to do, but the snow is so much deeper. I spoke to a few locals, and they said people have been struggling to get up any of the paths, especially up around Skiddaw area. So yeah, it's not going fully to plan, but we're still having a good time. Sock crew for dinner. Right, we have a plan. We got stuck at Stake Pass, went back down to Langdale. We've then got the bus round to Keswick, which means there's a good section between Stake Pass and Keswick that we've not done yet. So tomorrow morning we're going to get the bus all the way back to Borrowdale and basically as far towards Stake Pass as we can, and then we're going to hike back to Keswick, complete that section. We're going to stay here again tomorrow night, and then we're going to head over from here onwards. Sweet, right, I'm going to get to sleep, so I'll see you in the morning. Hopefully this lot's dry out. Good morning, welcome to day 4. We're in Keswick. We're at the bus station. We're going to get the bus now to Borrowdale, and then we're going to hike the section from Borrowdale all the way back to Keswick. Looking up at the snowy mountains, it looks insane around here. I've never seen this much snow high up in the Lake District. It looks like being out in the Alps or something. It's pretty amazing, but we'll see how today goes, and we'll see what the plan is for getting over Skiddaw tomorrow. Morning.
Hey.
How are we doing?
Happy days, mate. What a nice youth hostel that is.
Good night's sleep. And it got down to like -6 in the night, so I was quite glad we weren't camping last night, but we're probably going to be camping tomorrow if we carry on, and it's still, the forecast is down to minus double digits some places, so we'll see how it goes. The doors are frozen on the bus, so we're trying to get that fixed so we can set off.
Yeah.
We are back on the Cumbria way. We've got down to the Borrowdale Valley. It looks spectacular down here. It's -5 degrees, so we're looking forward to getting in the sun because it's pretty cold. But we're going to do this section, and we get to walk through the valley all the way along Derwent Water. I'll show you what Skiddaw looks like from a distance, because that looks amazing, covered in snow at the moment. So yeah, hopefully you should have a good day. Look forward to it.
Oh yes, it's cold but crispy, but it looks gorgeous.
Gorgeous. They couldn't get the bus running in the end, so we had to jump in a taxi. But we found a way of getting here, that's the main thing. Try and warm up a bit. Just come across some sort of cave. Let's go have a look. This is cool. Oh, look at these. Stop for a couple of ice creams.
That's cold.
We've just come across this little hut. I'm guessing this must be a little campsite. There's a couple of cabins there. Maybe a shower block there. Snowman in the middle. Pretty good, nice little place to stop actually. On the route. Oh, there's a rope swing.
There's like just benches in there.
Oh. There's a bed.
There's a bed?
Yeah. Looks a bit cold. Now this is one of the most beautiful sights I think I've ever seen. Look at this.
Cheers.
Some alpacas or llamas or both, I'm never sure what they are.
Camels.
Camels, little mini camels. If you ever wonder what me and Dad talk about whilst we're hiking along, we do some normal conversations. We also do tongue twisters and all that sort. Is it called a tongue twister? Yeah. So we've just seen a pheasant and it reminded us of one. And this one goes, I'm not a pheasant plucker, I'm a pheasant plucker's son, and I'll be plucking pheasants till the pheasant plucking's done. See if you can do that as fast as you can. Ready?
I'm not a pheasant plucker, I'm a pheasant plucker's son. I'm only plucking pheasants till the pheasant plucking's done.
We've just stopped for a quick coffee break and a bomber plane and 2 jets just flew over. I managed to capture it on my phone, have a look. This was one of the jets. Yeah, love it.
Does anybody know any aircraft recognition?
The bomber plane, we're not sure what it was. It was a sort of shortish but really fat wide one, so we can't tell what it was. So we're just coming into Keswick now, and that's Skiddaw, Blencathra over in the distance. Look at that scenery and a frozen field lake. I don't think that's supposed to be there. We're back in the room. I've just been to this shop in Keswick and bought some gaiters. We're going to crack on tomorrow and try and get up to Skiddaw House. Then from that point we can decide whether we think we'll be able to do the high route or have to take the low route. But either way, we're going to make sure we get up to Skiddaw House. So I've got, I've just bought these gaiters, 40 quid I think they were, Trek mates. What are they? Cairngorm GTX, because I had a lot of snow in my shoes. Obviously, you know, my shoes aren't playing well with waterproofing, but when I went down the bog, the water also went into my waterproof socks, so I spent that day up on Stake Pass with just soaking feet. I'm not doing that again tomorrow. But yeah, exciting. We've just booked to go for a Mexican, just around the corner from the YHA. And things are looking good. Just got back from the Mexican. I totally forgot to take my camera with me, but went to a place called ES Tapas, and it was amazing. Yeah, I think it's ES Bar Tapas or something, Mexican Tapas. Highly recommend it, and it's quite near to this hostel as well. So if you're in Keswick and you're doing this hike, go there. Right, now I've got to try and sort all of this lot out. Tent's dry finally. We get wet again tomorrow night, and I need to make my videos for social media, and then probably try and get sleep. So I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, welcome to day 5 on the Cumbria way. It's a lovely fresh morning, clear skies again and pretty calm. About -5 temperature wise, which is quite nice for walking actually. Our aim today is to get up past Skiddaw house. So we've just come past the Blencathra Centre, which is not on the Cumbria way, it's on the other side of the valley. But we know there's a track here that looks flatter, it's got a wall along it. So we've got a lot safer route. Let me show you the route that the Cumbria way actually is. So if you look over there, it skirts straight across the middle of that. And there is absolutely nothing to stop you if you slip, so without really full winter, proper winter crampons, ice axe, everything like that, it wasn't passable for us. But we've got this track and it's going to lead us hopefully all the way around to that gap over there and past Skiddaw house. I'm not sure what it's going to be like further around, but so far we've made the right decision. In summer I'm sure that's fine, but in these conditions, no chance. How are you doing this morning?
Good. Yeah, I heard you mention about that path. I went across it in summer.
Yeah.
Well, last summer. So yeah, it's a nice little path. I walked to Keswick from the house up there. It was nice. But this is a lovely path, and the scenery is fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah. Usually, you can find better ways of doing things, and we're obviously learning ourselves, trying to find it. But this bit is stunning. Oh, look at that. And a few people have walked along here, which is a good sign. You can just make out Derwent Water where we've come from. So we've come from right over the back of that lot, and we're heading up there. Oh no, Dad's just fell over. You alright, mate?
I'm alright, thanks, mate. Thanks for asking.
And now we're back on the official Cumbria way, and definitely a few people have walked it, which is making life a lot easier. When I say a lot easier, it's still a gruel hiking through snow, but it's sort of too soft for any spikes, so you do sink a bit, and it wouldn't even actually be deep enough for snowshoes at the moment, so it's just grin and bear it.
Cumbrian way. Beautiful.
Okay, so the gaiters, lesson learnt, they do not go with these boots. They're just, the boots don't have enough of a sort of ankle protector, so they're just pulling up and actually pulling my trousers up, making it a bit worse. So if it gets, if I have to, I'll just put my waterproof trousers over, but these gaiters and these boots do not go well together. Getting deeper. Luckily we've got, oh no, this is as far as someone's gone, is it? Are they not cat prints? I'm sure I read something about they step their feet at the same place. What sort of cat would be up here?
Dodgy one.
Snow leopard, Lake District snow leopard. In that woodland over there, that's Skiddaw house. Go and get my camera back. Hey, that's deep there. Look at that. That's stick deep. Wow. Awesome. How you finding it?
That was hard going.
Graft, and that's just sort of just past knee deep. When we were up to the more waist, well, chest deep the other day, we just couldn't get through it. This is just about bearable and slow going. So, but luckily, the only reason we're attempting it today is the weather forecast was perfect. So, if they'd forecast any sort of heavy winds or any more snow or anything blizzardous, then we wouldn't have even bothered. So, we're getting there though. There it is. Skiddaw House, the most remote house in the UK. Signs half buried. Look at that. Look at that snow. That is deep. What a cool. Imagine if that was open now. Nice warm fire. Cup of coffee. I'm stuck. Design of these shoes. They don't have a groove there for the strap of the gaiter to go in. And they're really low there. So gaiter's just been pulling up. Snow's been going in there. But they're the comfiest boots I've ever had. But I think for my next winter pair, I'm going to look for some that I can use for a bit more different conditions. So up at the Skiddaw House, this is where you make a decision. The high route goes down through the valley, down there, up the top, and then over High Pike, and eventually down to Colbeck. Or the low route follows this track through there and down over towards Bassenthwaite and then round to Colbeck. And we already know we're going to have to take the lower route. There's no tracking in that way, and unless we spend a few days up here, which we've not got enough food for, or the strength all the time actually, yeah. So we're going to go for the lower one. We think there's a campsite the other side of that hill, which we're going to see if we, you never know, they might let us on, or we'll carry on further around and camp somewhere tonight. But save that one for summertime, because there's a bothy along there that I want to stay in. For now, it's a quick coffee break, have a bit of food, and take the lower route. What was that? You're going to do the higher one anyway?
I'm going to do the higher one and just see what it's like. And I'll meet you tonight. I'll come back later.
Yeah, send us some pictures in there.
In fact, no, sorry. I'll come with you.
Alright, you sure? Hot flask, game changer. A little bit of coffee, or if you don't drink hot drinks, bring some warm water, and it always boosts you up, doesn't it? That with an apple for a bit of roughage.
Roughage. Warmth.
We've got a couple of miles more of this deep stuff, and then hopefully we'll be over the worst of it. So we've still got a good few hours of daylight to get this done. This is incredibly draining, especially with the weight of the pack on your back. Very slow, just hard work, but you just have to take your time and just plod along, stop when you want to. But we're doing well. How are you getting on?
Good, bit brain fog, but yeah.
Brain fog? Where are you?
I don't know.
Right, we better carry on. So we're coming down to Whitewater Dash waterfall, which runs all the way along there, and we're heading down into them fields. There's a bit of a wind whipping down off Skiddaw, and it's absolutely boggy. I've got to get my gloves on. What's going on? This path's a lot nicer to walk on now. We're not far from this campsite that we've seen on the map, so I'm going to head down there. We've just hit the 10-mile mark, and I'm not going to lie, I'm absolutely rogered. But we've made it over that bit, which was the one part we were pretty unsure about, and so it's going well. Happy days. But yeah, just would love to get my tent up, get my head down at about 5 o'clock when it gets dark. We've managed to get a number and call the campsite down here. They're open for camper vans, but they are going to let us pitch up. It's covered in snow, they said. They're going to turn the water on and the showers and that. So that's kind of, I mean, it's cost us a tenner each. Well worth it. Temperatures are meant to plummet again tonight, so could be a bit chilly, and we'll just have to sleep in the showers if we're worst case scenario. Jet, the jet there, look. Finally. Here we go, Kestrel Lodge campsite. So this is the campsite. Look at it. There's little fire pits along the way, there's a little shelter there with a bench under it, Dad'll be happy. And we've just spotted, looks like they've dug us out, 2 little places. Happy days. Beautiful. Just going to see if the shower block's open. Fingers crossed.
Right, now that's the sink's out there. Oh, it's eating one.
Is it warm? Oh, it is warm. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, looks alright, doesn't it? Toilets, shower. It's warm in here as well, so sorted. They've left some water.
This is the sink.
I think the taps are frozen. Please feel free to top up. That's good, isn't it? That's sorted right out here.
Crazy, isn't it? I thought we were rock hard.
Hang that up there. We have light. Nice little bench under this shelter. Get some food on. I'm going to have a bit of soup to start. It's -4 it says, but it says it feels like -11. Which my red fingers will tell you probably is. You look a bit cold.
It is pretty cold, I tell you.
Lovely place though, especially having all this to yourself. Look at that. Sun poking through. Fire pit there. Tomato soup and a bit of bread from the breakfast at the hostel this morning.
Jet boiler.
I think I want a jet boil. This uses so much gas through here. That's lasted. He had one thing of gas for the whole of the West Island Way, plus the Edale trip we did, plus some of this trip, and I've used 2 in that time.
And I left it on, didn't I? I left it on as well just to get rid of the last bit of gas.
Yeah, just kept going for ages. So jet boil, and then we've got a boil in a bag, chilli and rice as a main. It's going to be a cold night, so I might sleep in this one tonight. Treat myself.